Being 26 is such a weird time in your life because you'll have people that are, getting married, moving across the state or moving to a different country, having kids, or you'll have somebody that's, just lost their job, still living at home and trying to make ends meet or haven't got their dream job yet. And, the whole time you're sitting there evaluating your own life, comparing yours to theirs. So it's just such a weird time. And what I've come to learn and, just in the past couple months, I've started to really, sit back and realize who I want to be, who I want to become. The more I sit back and realize where I'm at now, it's like, bro, life sucks. I'm living at home. I make good money. I have a great job, but I'm not where I want to be financially or in the job that I see myself doing forever. And it sucks. Like I come home, I do the same thing every day, wake up, get ready for work, go to work. I have a 30-minute drive. By the time I get there with traffic, 45 minutes. And I don't get done till 5, come back, it's 5:30. I eat, get ready for the next day, and make a video if I have time, edit a video if I have time, and fall asleep and do it all again the next day. Like I barely have time to get in the gym like I want to. I keep noticing that I'm losing my health, and that's like everything that I didn't want to have happen when I was growing up is, be so caught up in the work life and corporate life, or just work in general, whatever it is. I've been working since I was 15. But, then it was a part-time job. And, once I started getting these full-time jobs, it's like I just don't have time for anything because every job I've had is, kind of decent drive away. Like since I'm living with my parents, and it's a decent drive. So I've always hated that, where I have to drive to work. And, that's majority of my day is just being in an office, sitting there doing nothing. Well, not actually doing nothing, but doing just monotonous work, that I hate so much. And, I like it at first, but I think it's my ADHD or whatever it is, but I just end up hating it after like 6-7 months, and I can't find something that I actually enjoy, and I don't know what I enjoy. Like in the work world, I don't want to be working. Like I want to be working, but not on somebody else's time, on my own time. And I've tried I've opened my own business. I've done everything I can, but even then that's still like, it's all hard. It's all hard work. And I get it. Like nothing's going to come easy. I don't want to keep working and then come to realize that, I've done this my whole life and it's not even what I actually enjoy. I've just done it because it's what pays the bills. Like that's the one thing I want to avoid. And like I feel like every day I'm falling into that, and I just absolutely hate it. And like I don't know what to do. Like it drives me insane. And maybe that's why I can't hold a job for longer than a year or two. But with just this job in general, it's one of the first jobs I didn't mind going to when I wake up. But now it's getting to the point where 7 months in, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to keep doing this. It's the same thing day in and day out. And the nice thing about this company is it does have a lot of benefits, and there's a lot of career growth that can happen, and I'm hoping that that's what will happen in my future. So that's why I keep going, and because it does pay the bills too. So I don't really have another option, and I'm just gonna grind it out for these next, I have to be in this position for a year before I can actually move into something else. So yeah, I'm just going to keep grinding until this year's up, and hopefully get something or a different position to where I don't have to sit at a desk, because it drives me insane. I'm not somebody like my ADHD. I love to be moving, and I just hate sitting behind a desk and clickety clack at a keyboard all day. Like it drives me insane, bro. And on top of that, like living at home with your parents, it's a complete blessing. I'm so grateful that I can. But at the same time, it's like takes a toll on my mental health. I hate having to just come home and be somebody that I'm not in front of my parents to make them happy. And I know some people will be like, but you don't have to, like, just be yourself. Like, I get that. Like, I am to an extent, but like my parents have done so much for me, and like the only thing I can do to repay them is be the person that they want me to be, or somebody that they grew up, or somebody that I know they tried to mold me as when I was growing up. And I've lived on my own since like in college, and then I moved back. Yeah, I feel like there's a part of me that I'm not being fully myself around them. Like, even when I make these videos, I have to do it when nobody's home because I don't want them listening in. They're just so ingrained in my life. Like, they want to be in my life. And I'm like, bro, just leave me alone. I don't want you all up in my life. Like, yes, you can understand or you can know some things in my life, but there's things that I don't want them to know. And something like this YouTube channel, I don't know. That's just how I am with it. Some people might not care, but I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I just hate having to be this person for them, because they did sacrifice so many things. Like, there's a whole other story that I can get into, but my family is just a different type of family. I don't come from a lot of money. Like, my family isn't rich or anything. They had to make a lot of sacrifices to get to where they're at now. And, you know, the thing that I can do to repay them is, you know, be somebody that they wanted me to be. And that's what I'm trying to do now. But, you know, it's just a different time in society, in the world. Like, working just in a regular job, going to a job every day for 17, 20 years is just not going to cut it to be living the life that, you know, my parents had growing up and getting to where they're at now. So it's just like, you have to find different ways. It just gets to be a lot. Like, yes, I have a good job, and I could live on my own, but then I would be sacrificing so much investing in my future, which, I mean, it's a give and take, right? So maybe it might be good for me. It might be the best thing for me, but I have goals that I want to reach financially. And I know just being here will allow me to reach those goals a lot faster than if I wasn't here. So that's why I continue to be here. And I know it'll pay off in the long run, just having to endure this. But man, life just sucks right now. And the dating scene is just awful. Like, I was in a relationship in December all the way till April, and I broke it off. It was a long distance, but it just was getting too much. I noticed I was sacrificing more of, you know, my goals than anything, and I didn't want that. So for the first time in my life, I had to choose me for a relationship. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out day by day. And, you know, life isn't perfect, that I'm here to be online and be like, yeah, my life's so great, because it's not. Like, I know it's not, but I hope and pray one day. Actually, I even know one day I'll be so grateful for making these videos and being able to look back on and see where I was and then, you know, where I'm at that time in life, and hopefully give some other people just that motivation and that grit to just keep going, because you never know where you're going to be. You never know what's going to happen. Having a faceless YouTube channel is great, and having somebody there's this thing that I've come to realize about having a YouTube channel and not having a lot of people view you, because you can share whatever you want, and like, who cares who sees it, right? Because nobody's watching anyway. Maybe one day down the road they will be, but having this time right now to where nobody's watching is just allows me to be open and honest with myself, and be able to look back at this in the future, see it for what it really is, like where I was, what I was doing. You know, I've said it time and time again, this is video journals for me. So it's nice in a way, because I've had times in social media where, you know, I've blown up, and there's certain things that I didn't want to share and certain things I didn't want people to know. So it's nice not having people, you know, constantly on you or just viewing your stuff and making judgments and stuff like that, which I'm fine if they do. But either way, it's just nice not having so many people on you and just watching you. It allows me to be myself. So I enjoy it, and I'm going to continue to make videos regardless of who's watching, regardless of what happens in the future. Like, I'm going to continue to make these videos, and I'm going to continue to make them faceless for now, but maybe in the future I'll be open to showing my face. But as of right now, it allows me to be open and honest, and that's what I want to be online. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope if something's going on in your life, you can share it down in the comments. Leave a like if you're new, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.